No matter where you are in Canada, you are going to be dealing with some tricky winter weather, be it tons of rain out west or dumps of snow out east and everywhere in between. And when it comes to driving in these types of conditions, it's important to know what to do. It's scary. So Stephanie Henry is here to help us navigate. Thanks, Steph.
Hey.
We need your help. I get so scared when the weather is inclement, and I think that part of it is just knowing what to do. So you recently took a trip to the IRL car control school.
ILR, yeah.
ILR
yes,
car control school.
Yep.
You put a bunch of driving techniques to the test.
Yes.
What was that like? Were you freaking out?
I was just a little bit afraid. I feel like everyone kind of goes to get their license. They're like, yeah, I got the golden ticket. I can do what I want. And you kind of fall into these bad habits. So you can see I have the driving instructor here, Mike McGregor. He's awesome. We went through a series of different exercises. One was kind of testing out the ABS system, so your anti-lock braking system, which was like you're going from 60 to slamming on your brakes and feeling what that feels like and what your stopping distance is like as well. A lot of people get kind of afraid when they have to engage their ABS. They're like, why is my car making that noise? It's scary. Then we did a cornering exercise, and then we also did that, which is this one right here.
Yeah.
We just go
How
around.
fast are you going, do you think?
I'm going about 60 and not looking at the ground or the cones. I'm looking at the horizon and picking static objects to kind of guide where I'm driving. So that was different. And then I did another exercise where I was kind of driving right up against like a bunch of pylons, and the key is not to look at them because you will hit them. And doing an emergency maneuver and engaging the ABS. So it's like combining the two first exercises together and doing that last one.
Okay, that looked intense. And like it looks, you're just going 60, but it's like that's fast. Look, when you're going around a corner and what have you. Take us through some of the common mishaps or hazardous sort of driving conditions that we might go through. What do you got for the first one?
Okay, so I'm going to go through some scenarios, and then we're going to have you pick an answer and we'll see if you got it right. Okay.
Okay.
So number one we're going to talk about is flooding, ponding, or pooling.
Yeah.
So you're getting ready to head out the door, and it's been raining steadily all day. But as soon as you hop in your car, the rain gets really heavy.
Okay.
You come across a section of the road dealing with some major flooding across all lanes. Do you forget about the lanes, slowly drive through using the center of the road, or B, don't and find another route altogether?
I would go very slowly, probably down the middle. I'm
Is
just
that your
trying to
final
think of
answer?
what I would actually do, because I know I'm not turning around. I'm not going home. Like, it's just, I don't have that in me. No.
You're not going home.
It would have to be torrential rains, and then maybe I would, I'd rather just pull over and do nothing until it stops. So in the middle, slow.
Okay, so you're half correct. So it's both A and B. It's all about the actual scenario that you're in, right? So if you're seeing heavy flooding, right, if you couldn't naturally just walk through that water, don't go through it. If the water comes up halfway of your tire, don't drive through it as well. You want to turn around and find another route. But if you can see, like, it's a bit floody, but there are people going through it, and it looks like, you could probably get in the center lane and make your way through it. You can probably try doing that, because usually with our infrastructure, the roads are kind of created in a way where the center of the roadway is a little bit going to be, it's kind of on a curve, so it's going to be a little bit more shallow than the rest of the roadway. So definitely do that. Put your hazards on, drive slowly through, but 9 times out of 10, I'm turning around or I'm calling for help, because sometimes you're on the highway and dealing with that flooding and you can't make your way through, and you don't want to waterlog your engine, which is getting water into your air intake and then into your engine. I
haven't been in a situation where the water is higher than halfway up the tire, so maybe I would turn around. I don't know. Your car is not a horse.
It's not a horse.
It has horsepower, but it's not a horse. Okay, got it. Our next hazardous environment. What's your next scenario?
Okay, so let's go to number 2. So you're dealing with ice and snow patches. So you hit an ice patch and start to lose control. What do you do? A, stay calm, hit the brakes and move the steering wheel around. B, avoid hitting the brakes and steer towards an area you can regain traction.
I do not like to brake on ice. I've done that before. It doesn't work out very well. No. So I'm going to have to go to an area where I think there is no ice, and then just sort of like like, you know, when you just sort of touch your brakes a little bit.
Oh, you're a pro.
Well, I pretend to be one on TV, so tell me how I do.
You did great. So yes, the answer is option B. See snow, go slow, leave yourself lots of extra space between you and the vehicle in front of you, because it's going to give you that room where you can't make a hard brake. You can tap on your brakes and kind of slow yourself down. What you want to do is kind of steer towards an area where you can get some traction, and that's what Mike kind of taught me, is that it's not about you looking at the pylons or looking at the cement, because you're gonna eat the pylons every time. I did that. It wasn't fun. Right. So you want to actually look where you want to go. So finding that static object in the horizon, that's what you want to kind of like direct your steering wheel at, and kind of remain calm and try to do it that way.
Okay, one more scenario.
One more scenario. We're gonna go with snow squalls. So skies are blue, right?
Yeah.
Roads are clear, and you're driving along, listening to
Jay-Z.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got 99 problems and the roads ain't one.
That's
hit me.
right, baby.
But don't hit me. That's not what we want. So suddenly a wall of snow envelopes your vehicle, cutting visibility down to just a few feet, and you can't see the car in front of you. Do you turn on your headlights, hazard, slow down, and avoid slamming on your brakes? Or B, pull off into a parking lot and wait it out?
I don't do well in snow squalls. I would get off. I've done this before.
Yeah.
One of my girlfriends lives way out, and so it's always a snowstorm when we go there. So on the way home, it's like off we go to the coffee shop. We're sitting in this parking lot until there's some visibility. What do you do when there's zero visibility?
It's so tough because sometimes it comes out of nowhere, and that's what snow squalls do. They go from like 0 to 100 back to 0 really, really fast. So you are partially correct again, because it's both A and B. You would definitely pull off if you can, but if you're like on a highway, right, and you can't see, it's tough to pull off, and I would not suggest stopping on a highway. Definitely go to a snail's pace, put on your hazards, and just drive slowly. Pay attention to what's in front of you, and try to just maybe get off of the highway and then find a parking lot if you can to wait it out.
Really good stuff. Oh my gosh. And right in the nick of time. Thank you for this amazing advice.